Hello, Upper Midwest. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a glorious gathering. My name is Justin Carlson, and I am a student at the University of Chicago and a seminarian under care for ordination with the Upper Midwest region. Last summer, I had the opportunity to travel to the World Council of Churches General Assembly in Karlsruhe, Germany. The World Council of Churches General Assembly is a little bit like our Disciples General Assembly or our Upper Midwest All Congregational Gathering in that it is an assembly of delegates from churches across uh, who don't generally get together. But the World Council of Churches General Assembly meets every 8 to 9 years. And these are delegates from churches all across the world and all across the denominational spectrum. There were representatives from the Russian Orthodox Church there, the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. There were representatives from denominations all across the United States, denominations across South America, African denominations, Korean denominations, just a wide variety of Christians all coming together in order to be in conversation and to find common ground. The World Council of Churches was formed in the late 1940s in response to World War II, much like the United Nations. Uh, and it operates in a consensus-based manner. So that means that these delegates gather, they converse, and all decisions are made through consensus, not through voting or simple majority. So, disciples, we have ecumenism as our heritage. We claim that as our heritage. And so we have been involved in the World Council of Churches since its beginning. Uh, at the World Council of Churches, there were around 20 of us disciples. Myself, four other seminarians in the same cohort, representatives from Week of Compassion. Our general minister and president was there. The moderator of our general board was there. Several other disciple seminarians were there as part of a global ecumenical theological institute. And so there was a sense of disciples community among this wider Christian community. But I wanted to meet folks who were not just disciples. And so I intentionally volunteered with a group calling themselves the Rainbow Pilgrims of Faith. And this was a group that formed in response to the experience of LGBTQ plus folks at past assemblies. And so they wanted to intentionally be a visible presence and to provide visible programming and to be a safe place for queer folks at the World Council of Churches. Through them, I met folks from all across the globe who are deeply rooted in their communities and who bring concerns both unique and common. Of course, all of the representatives at the World Council of Churches bring concerns both unique and common. But through the Rainbow Pilgrims, I met a woman who had been a pastor in South Africa, who had spent decades working to open her church up so that it could ordain gay clergy. I met folks from Hong Kong who are working to bring awareness to the experience of intersex folks. I met folks who are leaders at Korean theological educational institutions who are working to bring their education, to bring more perspectives into their theological education. And beyond that, beyond this small group, I also met folks who are engaged in many other kinds of work in their home communities. And so, what is the point of the World Council of Churches General Assembly? Is it simply a place to meet and to gather? Well, no. They also provide guidance for individual communities. And so, the World Council of Churches does produce documents. It produces common statements. It produces a common direction for Christians around the world to look toward during the time between the assemblies. Major themes emerged. It is our responsibility as Christians to confront climate change. That was broadly agreed upon. There are churches in the global south who are seeing its effects every day. There was a common agreement to continue centering the voices of youth and those who are the future of the church. And through my conversations with people from all over and with disciples, I came to the conclusion that the World Council of Churches exists primarily to foster ecumenism between congregations in local communities. The real work happens in the congregations. The World Council of Churches is there to provide a space for dialogue. The World Council of Churches is there to ensure that folks can make connections with one another. But the real work of ecumenism is what is taking place in your hometowns every day, anytime you work with someone who's from a different church. Thank you for being my home, my local congregation, and I hope the rest of the gathering is a wonderful day.